coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Ready for football now from sunny Wisconsin. And off we go from Lambeau. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25.
Championships, baby. Go, Mike 51, Mike 51.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy.
He won't last long.
That's one thing, but to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away in the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
Mike, 319, 55. I'm coming. Mike, 55.
Now the man from Utah, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this team, has got to be priority 1.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Undercrunch.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Now let's see, and the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
No gain on this defense, no gain.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers.
Check 99. Check 99.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys' offense. And they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Double tight. We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
First down carry by Elliott. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check. 51 the mic.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And the Packers give him nowhere to go. And they grab That's him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott on play action. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers in trouble and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And the defense has got it. Oh, a nightmare start offensively. This will be a touchdown. That's something you have to be wary of on your side of the field, that close to the goal line. The defense, they are looking for that football. They got it. They scored.
You're so right, and the quarterback has to speed things up himself. So close to the goal line, they're going to get after you. Make sure you get rid of the football and in a safe place.
Zuerlein good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, carved up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Rip right, rip right.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And some room to roam now. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big play there. Rodgers to Adams. And even 40 yards. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check Mike.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 41. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough. enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
Here we go. Line in. Mike 51. It's coming this way, coming this way. Here we go, here we go. Here we go.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. Rasul Douglas there to get him down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go, here we go.
They just get the play off. Now Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Here we go. Line in. 51. Watch the run, watch the run. It's out, baby. It's run, run.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the ground.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Mike 51.
I'm not ready.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Mike
Line in.
51.
Hit. Watch the twist, watch the twist.
Now on 2nd and 13. Prescott. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And the Packers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. A check down here to Jones. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
258. Hey, me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Safe.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Lewis, and he'll be down at the 6-yard line. Well, such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
I got you.
On play action, Prescott. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
On first down, Rodgers. And it's complete to Adams. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And that is incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen. Pass.
Watch the safety creep.
Rodgers to throw once more. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Back is on. Check 26.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers sliding out of the pocket. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
2nd and 10.
55, Mike. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Check 26.
And again, it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And that one's not going to get there.
What?
Not enough juice and ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy, because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, Packer pressure, and down he goes. Remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds gets the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Well, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. In this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
6 guys.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Right there in the middle. 55. I got it. Right.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Flushed out right. And out across midfield down to the 45. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Rodgers. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. Yeah, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
88.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. It's caught here by Adams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead 3rd quarter. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Keep it up. Hey, check Mike. Watch 55. We got to get the...
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. Gonna throw deep for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Escaping the pressure right. He finds his man, complete. That's Adams. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Let's go.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Flush to his right. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I
was?
don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that will tie our game here in the third. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that should change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Hey. Mike's 59. Mike's
On second down now. It's Elliott, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10. To throw is Prescott. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. Third quarter, all tied up. This is second and 10.
51 to Mike. 51.
Toss left to Elliott. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beat. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. And Prescott.
We own him.
Open man Lamb is complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Switch up. Check 59, Mike.
Play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. We say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes. And that's one of our managers back at Tennessee. Coach Major say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last This run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Get that quarterback, D-line.
Now Rodgers.
D-line, get that quarterback.
Check.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Brandon, this is a
Yeah, this dude been throwing weird all game long. Nobody near him.
And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Wow.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. 10 carrying out for Elliott. And he can only manage a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Oh, he's got a
Ooh.
man wide open, complete. Touchdown.
Nice.
Sean McKeon.
He would have threw it straight to me, too.
And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Zuerlein now for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Here comes Cobb. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown. Robert Tonyan, 69 yards. And the Packers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
The receivers have been running them ragged, maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to it, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
Rodgers will throw for it.
Look at this shit, man.
It's incomplete.
I don't know what this.
I don't. I know you do, but I don't care what the chart says there. You got to kick it, right?
I missed a 53-yarder with max power, 6 mile an hour wind.
Chasing points there when they didn't need to.
Yeah, try to get a little bit greedy, take the lead in the 4th quarter. Now they still trail by 1. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to win this game.
Look at this game.
You think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it? You got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
The battle in the trenches, never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. They'll try and run forward with Elliott. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. The first down run for Elliott will net him about 5 yards. It's 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
On second down, it's Elliott. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Check 59, Mike.
They'll try and run for it. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on fourth down, but they ran it. They got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
Running back, and he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time, ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Lambeau. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lambeau. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Now on first down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. The sack there by Brandon Graham, coming in and bringing him down to the ground. 13 yards remaining on second down.
I'm coming for you, son.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. It looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on third down.
258.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
57.
Rodgers now to throw. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
319.
He's tired of me. He's tired of us.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
On play action, Rodgers. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Brandon Graham able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on third and long.
Alert 3. Big edge.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He hits Adams complete. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's fourth down.
Out. Jump out.
Rodgers to throw for it on third. Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
319. Keep playing.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Flushed out right. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
Of course we think of Aaron Rodgers as a pocket passer, but you and I both know this guy's a pure athlete. He can get outside and make plays with his legs as well.
Showed it right there outside the pocket and on the money. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught.
Here we go.
A big connection on that one. 37 yards.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Hurts. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
He ain't going nowhere.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Here's Hurts to throw. Forced out to his left. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. The NFL on EA Sports is in the great state of Tennessee at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Green Bay Packers. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go from Nashville. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. On 1st down, it's Tannehill. And his first pass is incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Army.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got him both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill.
Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And this return
Got an interception. I ain't even had a damn stick in my hand. I had to pick it up and run the ball.
That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
Hey, 4-1 Mike, 4-1 Mike. Here we go.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. So, CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. So they'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell. Here's 2nd and 10.
Go, Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down. Hey.
For the end zone, Tannehill.
Exit.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
A first down carry. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Tannehill.
Big stop.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time be able to scan the field, spot the receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounce it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
51's the mic, boys. 51. 65, 65.
Now Tannehill. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Look at that shit, boy.
And the Packers are going to have it here just past the 25. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing they said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? So we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football and everything else will flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Here's 2nd and 9.
41 Mike. 41 Mike. Be a long day for you. Get 300. Get.
Now it's Rodgers.
Tight down.
Flush to his right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the edge.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Flushed out right. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
Hey, 4-1's Mike. 4-1's Mike.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers.
It's just me and you.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Lets it fly deep for Cobb. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. And it's picked off.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones.
Let's go.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
Down to lose one. Mike 51, Mike 51. Man, that's trash. That's trash. Check. Hey.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. Check down here for Henry.
Next time, son.
And gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Let's go, defense.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Tannehill. And right side, Henry's got it. And he's got a first down following a pickup of about 13 as we will take a pause here for the 2-minute warning.
Here we go.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job is a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Let's go.
The first red zone opportunity for the Titans. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9.
Let him know. Shoot. 51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. Know your job.
They'll try and run forward with Henry. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
You.
Now Tannehill. And it's a Titans touchdown. Anthony Ferkser from 4 yards out as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He found himself open for an easy touchdown.
And he's got it. So they try for 2, successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And this one's going to be covered by the Packers hands team. A 2nd quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Open man, here is Cobb. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout As they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And it's a Packers touchdown. It's Devontae Adams hauling it in from Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Surprising they wouldn't go for two, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point
Say what now?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to triple left.
On first down, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
On second and 10, Tannehill. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
30.
On first and 10, Tannehill.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be from 56 yards out. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 46. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tonyan. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Robert Tonyan, 36 yards. And the Packers have taken the lead. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Yeah, Liz. Check. Check 50. Check 50.
He'll try and throw for it. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Good work, boy. Let's go. Let's go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking of
Packer pressure, and down he goes. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill. Man open, here is Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Tannehill on first down. He dumps it off for Henry. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Let's go. Lady.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got?
Tannehill.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
And the grab made by the tight end, Pruitt. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 25-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
To throw is Tannehill. He completes it to Henry. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Play action. It's Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down.
Here we go.
Caught by Jones. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try to put it in that way.
Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. 3rd and goal. Keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Tannehill now to throw. touchdown. That's caught. Derrick Henry from 4 yards out. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. And we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2. Try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up one makes the rest of this fourth quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Check pass, check pass. Easy.
First down. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Good gain there on first down. It keeps him in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds and keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. The Titans going to use the first. Timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones punching it in from a yard away. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Crosby with the extra point, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. And boy, figure this one out. Leading here in the fourth, and now they're going to try an onside kick. And the Titans are going to recover the football. He is out of bounds inside the 35. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low.
Open man, Julio. Touchdown, Tennessee. Julio Jones, 33 yards. And the Titans have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the fourth. So a big 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming for the Titans. Tannehill looking to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage.
Well, As most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs to make them need up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
And this will be a Packers first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And it's complete to Adams. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
58. Hey, take 26.
Again, it's Jones. First down and much more here for Jones. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. 83 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try to run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Being chased out left. Rodgers sliding to a stop with a first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4.
Now Rodgers. Flushed out right. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And the Packers have just about sewn up this football game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one's not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Tannehill.
Rush in. Rush in.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
That's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we sign off from Nashville.